Welcome back. So, after a few weeks, I've decided to post this video. It won't make a difference, but there are a few things that I could share with people, whoever's interested in finding out what's really going on and what really goes on. So, one of the sayings of Buddha is, if you're not okay, nothing you do turns out okay. If you're not okay, everything you do turns out bad. What is this all about? So, I've been living in the West for dozens of years. You don't really see anyone who's okay. People have all kinds of psychotic, neurotic, autistic, schizophrenic, bipolar, all kinds of problems. Manic depressive. People are basically clueless, hopeless, helpless, useless. And they don't seem to see this because everybody around them is also basically bipolar. So if you live in a world which is surrounded by people who are up and down, sometimes they're in the depressive mode, sometimes in the manic mode, sometimes they're absent, they're not there, they're out. That's why we use the term autistic, because in German it's out. They're just not there. They don't remember, they're not present. That's why a few years ago, mindfulness became very important in the West. People realized that they're not there, they forget, that other people don't exist, the future doesn't exist, their health doesn't exist, their body doesn't exist. They're just bots that are working or that have been programmed. There's something wrong. And these people are not okay. So they're always irritated, frustrated, they're aggressive, but they don't seem to perceive that because in the Western world, everybody's like that. So when you see somebody like Trump behaving in that way and bombing Iran, and trying to invade Greenland and Panama and conquer the world and go to Mars because it's our manifest destiny to rule the universe, the Western people see this as normal. It's unbelievable. But then we have to remember that the Roman emperors were seen as a little bit different but normal, and they were completely crazy and did horrific things. And then obviously, we're talking about Napoleon and Hitler and so many Western leaders. They're total psychopaths. And death is normal. They have no empathy. And children, women, other people, foreigners are totally ignored, humiliated. And everybody sees that as normal. So, the question is, why are people not okay? What is the problem? It is genetic. For example, we have certain animals that are like badgers. They're always aggressive, always ready for a fight. People should study a little bit of biology. Then you realize that the badgers and their relatives, the wolverines, the otters, they're permanently in a bad mood, looking for a fight, more than looking for food. So certain people on our wonderful planet are very similar to badgers. They're always looking for a fight. They're not okay. They're not people who are fit for family life, for staying with women and children. That is why in the West, any boat that was ready everybody was ready to go. I'm talking about the young men. Let's go on the Viking boat. Let's go overseas, always looking for a fight. And we know that in the medieval era, the young people were just always in the parks looking for a duel, looking for a fight. So it is a little bit genetic. But then it's also cultural. You have to blame somebody. If you're not okay, somebody has to pay the price. So you point the finger at anybody around you. In the 80s, it was the Colombians. Then in the 90s, it was the Japanese. The year 2000, the Islamic terrorists. And recently, the Chinese. Anybody who's doing okay or who's growing. What is this? It's called envy. When you're going down, like I mentioned in my last video, and other people are going up, you hate them. And I can say from my last 50 years, everything has been wonderful. But people around me, they need me, so they keep me as a consultant. But they hate me because I'm always okay. I never get sick, I never get old, although I'm almost 70. But people hate me because they just can't compete. And I'm not worried about competing with others. Otherwise, I would think that, wow, everything's so easy. I'm just improving and getting better and getting smarter, which is the name of my video channel. That's all. Just get better and get smarter. And in this way, you will always be okay. You'll be feeling good. This feel good effect is wonderful. You get up okay, you go to sleep okay, you don't have horrible headaches, you don't have ups and downs, and you incorporate different personalities and different personas. It's like a nightmare. Every single day you're a different person. You don't even see yourself anymore. You're just reacting and acting and irritating everybody around you and being avoided. So, it's genetic, it's also cultural. You hate everybody. Only white people go to heaven. Only white people have a true God. Only white people are the God's people. Everybody else doesn't count. It's not about being Christian, because when everybody else became Christian, the Negroes and the Latins, the Africans, they still don't count. In the United States in the 1900s, we had Irish and Italian immigrants. Nobody cared because they were Catholics, they had black hair, they were really badly treated. And of course, we know how Western Europe has treated the Jewish people. Now they're really friendly because they're financed by Jewish people. But for thousands of years, they've been killing them non-stop. We have to remember about the Nazi Holocaust. But before that, it was again and again Russian pogroms, the Spanish Inquisition, the Italian Inquisition, etc. So, apart from the badger effect, that you're always looking for a fight, it's cultural. Everybody's your enemy. Although most people have no idea what is an enemy. They're just living their lives, surviving and enjoying their families, enjoying food, enjoying the weather. But Western people see everybody as the enemy. They hate them. Then if somebody is okay like me, I'm progressing, I'm happy, I'm successful, people hate me. How come he's so good? He's so successful and we are a mess. We can't remember everything. We forget. We are in debt. And whatever we do, in 2 years, it crashes. Then there's another problem. The religion and ideologies that Western people have invented puts everybody down. They are the capitalists. They are the liberal Democrats. They are God's children. Everybody else is non-existent. So, when you join all of these factors, you understand why they're always looking for a fight. And the last one is Trump bombing Iran. But basically, the whole Middle East has been bombed non-stop. And then we have to go back 1,000 years and remember the Crusades. And then another 1,000 years before the Crusades, the Romans killing everybody in the Middle East. What is this all about? So I just wanted to share this phrase of Buddha. If you're not okay, everything you do is going to turn out bad and wrong. You won't be able to live a happy, successful, calm life. So one of the first things that I have to share with everybody is, please get fixed. Okay? Rehab, detox, fix yourself, because you live in a very toxic environment. And we have talked about the Lucifer effect. Go back to my previous videos. In the Lucifer effect, you live in hell, you become a demon. But we have the Pygmalion effect. If you treat people well, and you are positive, and you are dedicated to improving, you will become a really nice person, and people will love to have you with them. So we have to understand that the whole Western environment is hell. And the Lucifer effect is that if you are born and brought up and live in this kind of environment, you suffer bullying, you are depreciated, you are an orphan because nobody cares about you. It's all about the ego. It's all about the successful billionaires who basically have cheated. They use their political influences for getting all kinds of funding. And that's why politics is everywhere, because it's through the political game that these people get their money. You never become a billionaire by working, by being honest. You manipulate the system. And we will talk about that in our next videos. Thank you for watching.